5 excellent teams today. I'm looking forward very much to their pitches and to all of you watching them. Aside from the team pitches, we have some interesting news regarding the program, some strategic partnerships, and some other very interesting information. I hope you enjoyed the demos. All of the teams have achieved a lot. We'll see some launches today, so some of the teams will be actually launching the products. We'll be hearing something a little bit about some investments that have been made into the teams. So I think and I hope it's going to be an interesting time together this evening in February. So obviously I forgot to introduce myself. So for those who don't know me, I think most of you do. My name is Igor Spiegel. I'm one of the co-founders of Zip. I will be your MC tonight, but mostly leaving the stage to the others with more interesting things to say. So, without further ado, I will introduce our first team. Our first team is not here. They will be pitching and speaking to us via Skype. I hope everything is technically okay. This team is called Appetit. They're based in Milano. It's a Croatian team of founders. But they're already working on the startup in Milan, in Italy, and they also have a franchise operation on Bali. So already very much a global operation. We recognize the potential of this team about halfway through the program. So Zip has actually invested a small seed amount of 160,000 kuna into the Appetit team, expecting they will be a very, very interesting team with very high potential. And obviously all of you in the room who are angel investors representing investment funds are very welcome to talk to us about the further funding of this particular project and the other ones which you will be seeing tonight. So welcome once again tonight. Welcome to the demo day of the 8th Zip generation. And I would like now to invite Ivana to hook us up to Appetit, and these technology connections are always necessary. Before we get started, after each pitch of each team, we will be taking 1 or 2 quick questions from all of you that are here related to each project. So, Appetit.
Evo možeš krenuti.
Poštovanje, se čujemo?
Da.
Ok, super, samo sekundu da postavim.
Isti čovjek. Super, sam neću.
Da li je vidljiva pred...
Je.
Poštovanje svima, zovem se Aleks, ja sam CEO Appetita i danas ću prezentirati.
Recimo da ima problema s tonom.
Malo ton šteka, da poglasni sve. Moguće da je...
Jel me čujete bolje?
Prekidi su mali pa...
Da on svoj video, da on ne gleda nas.
Aj probaj isključiti da video s naše strane, da ti malo...
Video s...
S naše strane, da mene ne vidiš pa...
Da ne vidite?
Tako bolje.
Možda će biti bolja profila.
Da ugasim screen share ili šta?
Ne, dobro je, aj probaj. Samo glasno govori.
Samo malo vići, to je to.
Ok, može, nema problema.
Bravo!
Na engleskom, please. English.
Oh, in English? Well, I actually prepared the whole thing in Croatian.
Well done.
Okay, I guess I'll just wing it. Okay, so there will be one problem because the text in the presentation is in Croatian, but I will translate it for everyone. So, good evening everybody. My name is Alex. I'm the CEO of Appetit, and today we're going to present a little bit our application and what we're doing and the progress we've made since we've joined Zip. So let's get right to it. The main problem. Do you have a healthy homemade meal nearby? That's the main question we pose ourselves. What are your options in terms of healthy and cheap meals in your vicinity? This is the question Appetit wants to answer. So, Appetit is a mobile application that helps users find, book and buy cheap homemade meals nearby. The meals in Appetit are all made at home by verified cooks, they're all healthy, and they're all very affordable. The offering is made in such a way that Appetit lets vegetarians and vegans cook their meals and sell them directly from home by hosting other guests at the table or packaging their food as takeout. In such a way, earning money and offering people nearby healthy food options. So, this is actually our vision. Our vision is to provide everybody with the option of a healthy homemade meal nearby. And what this means in practical terms is that, for example, now here in Milan, our cooks are placing every day the meals they're actually going to prepare and eat themselves. And what they do is they add 2 or 3 plates, which they sell in their neighborhood in a circle of around 200 meters. And these customers keep coming back and back because they finally have an offering of a healthy homemade meal nearby. Okay, so before we joined Zip, we actually had a little pivot in strategy. We chose to target the vegan and vegetarian market as potential cooks in order to resolve our chicken and egg problem. We had a first mobile application built, but because of the pivot, we actually had to restart finding the supply for our business. We didn't have any money to fund these kinds of moves, so we had to improvise, and what we did is we actually managed to license Appetit in Bali, Indonesia, where local people cook for tourists. And the added value there is that the local people have a huge benefit from the difference in standard, and the tourists have a huge benefit in terms of touristic experiences, etc. So when we entered the Zip program, we started doing various experiments in order to find and target our first supply of cooks. We started establishing a community and evangelists here in Milan. Only about a month and a half ago, we had the possibility to turn ourselves towards customers and sales, also doing so through various experiments, what means that actually in the last 40 days, we now managed to sell all the meals in our offer from last week, which was actually 54 meals if we don't count our promotional meals. So, for the situation we are in, this is an extremely important number for us, because if you think about it, this is just 4 cooks that wanted to post meals last week. And it's 4 people who are cooking at home, and they managed to sell 54 meals in a week. And this is all happening in a really micro setting that is in a radius of approximately 200 meters, because they're selling to people nearby. And to put this in perspective, only in the Milan area there are approximately 1,500 more of such micro areas, or 750,000 such micro areas in the urban cities across Europe. So our next steps are to find more scalable and repeatable models of advertising and actually selling the meals for our cooks. So what this means is when we reach the same results as we did with last week with 4, when we reach the same results with 100 cooks, Appetit will approximately profit around $30,000 a month just in Milan, after which we have an initial strategy on how to scale the whole service across Italy. So, you can find the Appetit application on the Apple App Store and on Google Play. The service is localized, but however, we invite you to download it, and you will be notified as soon as there is a new cook in your area. That's it.
Okay, we have time for 1 or 2 questions for Alex. Yes, question.
Really great idea. I would like to use it immediately if it's available here. But I'm interested in the legality of people involved as cooks. They cook from home. So how did you solve that problem? Because I know people who do it and are very afraid of legal issues in Croatia.
Can someone please repeat me the question?
So the question is, the question concerns the legal status of the cooks.
Okay.
Since they're cooking at home, is this regulated? What about taxes, stuff like that?
Okay. So in Italy, it's completely legal, and we managed to fit in a model where it's regulated both from the financial aspects and the health aspect, which is actually the most important one here. So in regards to Croatia, we actually have some experimental models that we are exploring, but this is also a reason why we didn't start there, because of this advantage that the regulation is already in place for Italy for the business we are doing, and soon the rest of the EU will follow.
Any other questions?
What kind of,
yes.
I'm interested in what kind of health standards do you provide to your customers? What if someone in an extreme situation gets poisoned?
What kind of health standard do you provide to your customers, and
what if someone gets poisoned?
What if somebody gets poisoned?
Okay, so for now what we do, every person that wishes to cook on Appetit, or the so-called Appetit cooks, they're all verified in person by one of the members of our staff. So what we do is an initial check of the premises, the person as he is, of the food they cook, of the ingredients they use. And this is our baseline. After which, of course, we use community ratings, reviews, reports, and everything we can in order to keep this on a higher level. But the principle is that for now, all of our cooks are, we don't plan it to be always like this, but for now they all have extremely pertinent certificates such as HACCP or such things, which we of course encourage, and they're really easy to obtain online here. It's approximately 30 euros per person, and it takes 12 days to study for it. So this is our baseline, and what will happen, I guess, of course, it's due to happen if we grow. And for now, we do not really worry about people getting poisoned, because the people who are cooking are also the people eating the food. So if I were to poison you, that means I poisoned myself also. So it's probably going to be as rare as people get poisoned anyway at their home.
Okay. Thank you, Alex. Okay, introducing the next team, I would like to ask a question. How many people here work in tech or IT-related companies? Okay. Now, just keep your hands up. Now, all of you people, how many have problems looking for talented IT professionals? I thought so. So our next team is solving that problem. Team Zadokto, so please.
Thank you. Not just tech candidates, but all candidates.
Okay.
Better. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. I'm Dino, co-founder of Adopto, and we believe we have the best hiring solution. This is my team. Mario, he is PhD candidate, former college professor, expert in algorithms. Nicola is a software engineer with expertise in building HR solutions. And I'm in charge for business development. Last 8 years I worked in Middle East, North Africa, within oil and gas and telco IT industry. People on the slide are successful in terms of their careers. So, they work or they run successful companies, growing companies that constantly need people. They struggle with the same thing. They want to know how to scale their team fast, and they struggle when hiring. Why do they struggle when hiring? Let's explain what they were doing so far. So, they created attractive company career site where candidates can apply. They post a job on LinkedIn, on Facebook. They, of course, paid job portals to advertise it. And this process may take some time. After that, the real problem starts when they got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds CVs from candidates, applied from company career page, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. They said they needed 1 week just to check all of these CVs. At least 2 weeks to really evaluate them. And then they put notes about candidates within Google Drive or Excel or some other format. After that, the real challenge is communication with all of these clients. Sending mass emails, organizing Skype calls, scheduling interviews. So this can take up to a few weeks. They don't have this problem anymore because our tool helps them manage their hiring process. So within Adopto, you create a job and you post it easily wherever you need. So it can be social networks, job aggregators, job portals, or within the company. Every candidate, no matter where it applies from, goes to the system. Within the dashboard, you can easily manage and track all your applicants. You can use fast CV search. You can send bulk emails. You can also reach passive candidates. That means if you're searching social networks, for example LinkedIn, you saw someone that you can take for the job. With 1 click you can import it to the system. You can use scorecards, make notes, schedule interviews, organize online tech testing, and of course call your top talents to the interview. So briefly, all you need for hiring is in one platform. Since being in Zip, we achieved the following. We established a visual identity, did integrations with Xing, Twitter, Chrome, LinkedIn, participated on Zagreb Connect as a finalist, also did integration with some really prestigious job portals, and today we are live. Last month, we were invited to London by TRU, the leading recruitment organization. Mr. Bill Burman on picture, he is one of the top influencers in the recruitment world, and he is really impressed with our product. According to that, he invited us to London in March to participate to London and HR Tech Congress, where he will make a review of Adopto. Regarding business model, we created a plan that fits every budget and includes 14 days trial. So where some companies and huge platforms can put you in a complex long-term contract or to tedious integration process, we do none of that here at Adopto. So log in, pay as you go, $25 per open position monthly. Within the last few months we talked to many companies, many recruiters. People are very excited about our product, and today we already have around 30 companies pre-signed to use it. I'm very proud to say that now we are officially live. If you feel you struggle with your hiring process, you want to make it more smooth, check Adopto and make yourself life easier. Thank you.
One or two questions? Everybody's just wondering how amazing it is. Yes, question.
So, do you have any algorithm behind it that helps actually in choosing the proper candidates, or is it just helping to organize everything?
I know there is no so accurate algorithm in the world that it can help you rank candidates. So LinkedIn tried to make it, but it didn't work. But it helps to manage your process. So making an algorithm is, I don't know, it's hard to do it. Semantic searching algorithms, it's still we don't have, but we will do it, I believe so.
Okay,
that's all.
Thank you, Dino.
Thank you.
Okay, our next team also starts with an A, so 3 out of 5 teams have A in their beginning, and this team is dealing with handball, very popular sport in Croatia and the region, and we'll hear from the advanced handball statistics team how they're helping coaches build better handball teams.
Hello everybody. My name is Tomislav. I'm one of the co-founders of Ballistics team, and today I'm going to present you our product, Advanced Handball Statistics. As many of you have seen during the previous 1 month, the Croatian national handball team suffered severe performance issues in a few matches. In other matches they were playing really great. And why did it happen? Nobody can know directly, because mostly they use only pen and paper method to track the statistics during the match and static reports after the match, because those reports don't show you enough depth of the statistics. To struggle with that, teams, national federations and media use various products, but none of them covers the live statistics properly and deeply. So we have developed the application, which consists of the web application through which users check the live statistics, do the data administration, and the mobile application through which they enter the data live during the match. The usage is fairly simple, since whenever the action occurs during the match, user just presses the predefined user interface buttons and the goals, for example, it immediately sends the data to servers, which is processed in almost real time, which is 1 or 2 seconds, and is shown directly on the web application to the users. Our business model is having matches pack, which will be used by media and smaller teams, the team season subscription, and the special club offers for the clubs that they have more teams using the system. Our team developed this system as a part of their master thesis, and we have achieved the following timeline since we came to ZIP program. First of all, we have established the testing group of potential users that come from the handball clubs. We have released the new Android application, which they were using through 2 months. We got the feedback from them. We implemented their feedback, got even better application, and during the previous European Championship, we launched Facebook campaign promoting our demo web application and gathered new statistics for it to be shown later. And as a showcase of our system, I'll use the match from the previous World Championship in Qatar, where Croatia was having a match against Austria in the group phase. In the second half, there was significant performance drop. Normally, you would just see that Croatia they didn't score like four attacks in a row, but they just did. But with our system, you can see that it all happened. When the player made a mistake in the defense, when they received the goal, when they made a wrong pass in the attack, when they received the goal again, when they missed another attack, then the goalkeeper managed to get a save, then in the same attack got another goal, then there was another mistake in defense, they scored the goal, and another got another goal, missed the goal, and missed the goal again. This all is happening in real time, so whenever the user just presses 3 or 4 buttons on the application, the data is immediately sent. Thank you for your attention. If you would like to see the application on hands-on, you can visit our spot later after the presentation, after the show. Thank you.
So, from now on, our handball team is never going to lose again.
Hopefully not.
Questions? Yes?
How do you check accuracy of data sent?
The accuracy is made, you can't check it completely since it's made by the user. The user is responsible for its own data.
Oh.
So it's all the times the users that make the data and the user that use the data is not sent to the public, they just use it for themselves.
Yes?
How big is your market?
It's about 55 national federations in Europe, some of which have fewer leagues, some of which have more leagues, but we are aiming for around 300 teams finally using it through the world. It's not just Europe that plays handball nowadays. It's also Middle East, it's Korea, it's Japan, China, and so on.
One more question?
So basically the coach puts the information in, right?
Not necessarily the coach, any user that's familiar with the process of the handball match can enter the data, since the user interface is predefined.
Have you ever thought about some kind of a hardware integration on players themselves to
Yeah, we did. That's one of our future goals, to connect the wearable devices such as Fitbit, gather the data from them and connect them as a big data to the business intelligence that we are using now.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, before the next speech, I would just like to say a quick hello to another guest that appeared in the meantime. So I mentioned that people have come from Slovenia and Hungary, but we actually have a friend that we met last year at Startup Camp Rijeka who came to Croatia, actually to Šibenik, just recently to work with the startup and entrepreneur community there. But he actually came all the way from Chicago. So welcome Keith Bradley, and great to see you in Zip. It's really a global event, as you can see. Okay, so how many people know how to drive that kind of a ship? Sure. So now we'll hear from another Dino how you can save using this application. I think $100,000 per year per ship. Is that right? I didn't want to steal the presentation, but
thank you.
It's an impressive number.
Okay. Hi. SailRouter is a desktop and cloud application that helps merchant ship owners to reduce fuel consumption by using machine learning. It is important because there is up to 10% of fuel losses, and according to recent fuel price, it is around $200,000 of losses per ship per year. And the worst thing is that all these losses are bird in the sky. To reduce fuel consumption, each ship owner has to define in advance an optimal route from point A to point B, where ship will consume less fuel and do delivery in the time. To make easier to understand this task, you can compare sailing over a red line with a driving car over hills, where fuel consumption increases rapidly. While on the green line, ship avoids a headwinds and uses natural forces of winds, waves, and sea currents to push her forward. Since 2013, it's mandatory to use Ship Energy Efficiency Management Plan in order to reduce fuel consumption. So on the market already exist several solutions for this task, and all of them use two inputs, weather forecast and a simple ship model. SailRouter disrupts this conservative market by using motion sensor together with unique machine learning algorithms to measure waves. And SailRouter collects data during navigation, analyzes this data, and learns about ship behavior in order to improve ship model and to report all users on board and ashore about real ship performances. In this way, SailRouter is the only one solution that offers monitoring of real ship behavior on waves and creating database of real ship performances. Total market counts 85,000 ships, and this market is growing. More than half of them are merchant ships, so a total selling potential of merchant fleets is around $8 billion just in 1 year. Since the selling potential is quite significant, our business model is annual license fee of $10,000 per ship. Our core team consists of 3 of us, and altogether we have more than 25 years of experience in IT development, machine learning, and naval architecture. I already developed similar applications for sailing boats, and SailRouter won Pioneers of the Balkans Challenge in transportation category. In August, SailRouter was installed and tested together with motion sensor during a trial run of chemical tanker that is built in Croatian shipyard. In September, desktop application was released, and from December, Serouter server is ready to receive data from this tanker. During a ZIP program, we developed our business model and improved our presentation skills. We presented already Serouter in the front of one Croatian shipping company, and it resulted in its letter of intent. We also presented Serouter in the front of 2 Italian shipyards, and which gave us very positive feedback. Concerning technical part, we started to develop cloud application for data monitoring and analyzing. Here is shown dashboard where raw data received from this chemical tanker are presented. Further, from received data, cloud application is capable to recognize parts of the route where ship lost her speed due to waves. Here are presented received data from the Pacific Ocean, where such a part of route is shown in the red color. The last feature of our cloud application is the most important because it uses motion sensor data to recognize ship behavior on waves. We tested it on the motor yacht, and in the graph below, you can see comparison between theoretical speed declared by manufacturer, this is a dashed line, and real speed measured by Serouter. Purple line denotes real speed on a calm sea, and green line denotes real speed on different wave directions. As you can see, the best performance is on the side waves, where real speed is even higher than theoretical speed. Our next steps are to finish development of the cloud application and to enter European market. If you're interested to be a member of our crew, please feel free to contact me afterwards. Thank you.
So do any potential crew members have any questions for Dino? Yes?
I have a question. Is application in other fields possible with your machine learning algorithm?
Of course.
I have no idea, but...
Of course, because our philosophy is to recognize anomaly in, detect anomaly in behavior or any system, let's say. We are focused at the moment on the ships, of course, on motor yachts, because this solution, our next step is to apply it for the motor yachts, because we have a solution that can be applied at the moment. But generally speaking, it can be applied to any system where you have to collect lot dependent data and just to recognize any anomaly in its behavior. So it can be warned automatically during the working process.
And I also presume you track savings as well, or no? Is there a way to do that? Like how much did I save with your application? I mean, not me, but...
Okay, at the moment we have no improvement about it because we have no data. But there is some general investigations and analysis which prove that it's possible to save up to 15%, maybe 20% in some cases. Because in the ship, it's very important to know that there is a fouling, which causes losses of fuel up to 20%. And with this system, it's possible to measure your reducing in the ship performance after several months or even years. You can see, because in the shipping industry, you have mandatory repairment each 5 years. And recommendation period is after each 20.5 years, and of course that ship owner doesn't want to go there after 2.5 years. So with this system, they can see, is it good it is better to go to repair to make cleaner or not? Of course.
The system provides one solution that is offered to possible route, or gives multiple choices so the captain can choose?
Normally there is one solution, because there is two types of calculations. You can calculate the fastest route or the minimum fuel consumption route. Okay, you can get only one solution between these two options. And you can choose before calculation, we can prepare some user-defined input parameters. For example, engine range, engine power range, for example, or the arrival time range. So user can somehow prepare output for his needs. It is not general solution because there is several truths on the C because there is.
That's why I had the question because it was.
And for sure that at the end, captain has to make decision. It is only tool. It is not, let's say, solution. But just to follow.
So it gives the feedback is given in way of suggestion or suggested route.
Exactly. And normally that in reality they have to decide.
What is the unique?
Okay, one last question.
Just a quick follow-up on that, the prior question. Can you set a maximum voyage time and then get the most efficient route for that voyage time?
Exactly.
You can do that.
You can define your voyage time and then see the route. Yes.
Well, we see it's a very interesting topic, but Dino's contacts are here and we'll have an opportunity to mingle after. So Dino, thanks very much and congratulations. So if my memory serves me well, I think this year, or the past year, or the year before, the word of the year was declared to be selfie. So the next theme is based on that grammatical or lexicological analysis, not really, but nevertheless has something to do with selfies. We'll find out exactly what. And the theme is WEMI. So WEMI.
Just a second. So, hello everybody, we are WEMI team. This is Mirko.
Hello, and this is Helena.
Hi, and the rest of the team is over there and over there. So, let us first start with a question. Have you ever been in a situation where you were late for a work or a date or important meeting and you couldn't decide what to wear? Or let me ask you another question. This one goes for the ladies. Have you ever been in a store and you couldn't decide what to buy? It happened to me. So, what would you say if we told you that we have a solution for that problem? Let us first show you a video and then explain the product.
Going out tonight and can't decide what to wear? You're at the store and can't decide what to buy? There's no one to ask if it looks good on you? Introducing WEMI, an ultimate style rating social app. Imagine that in a matter of seconds, you can get an objective vote from all around the world about your style. Snap a selfie with your phone and get an instant impartial vote about your clothes, makeup, accessories, hairstyle, completely anonymous from hundreds of people. Rate other people's outfits to help them look better. Follow people and get inspired. Download WEMI app now and take your style to the next level.
So, why is WEMI unique? Well, first of all, it's simple to use. You just take a selfie of the wanted outfit, upload it in the mobile app, and in just 60 seconds get an instant rating from a crowd of people that you don't know. Imagine that. You're in a dressing room or waiting for a friend and you already have the feedback. Also, you can follow others, get inspired, get ideas for your next purchase. So, what else? WEMI is unique also because it combines social media, selfies, instant notification and fashion all in one place. Yeah. Did you know about the statistics?
Hello. Did you know there are more than 12 million Google searches with the keywords on what to wear? And incredibly, 64% of all people now call, text or photo message to get a second opinion on what to buy. There are more than 1 million selfies taken each day. And most incredible last fact is women spend nearly 1 year of their life on deciding on what to wear. Unbelievable. So our business model is simple. It contains both business to business and business to customer. Business to customer revenue stream will make a premium account which will offer better statistics and analytics of loads and communication between users. Business to business model will be a big data research of fashion hypes and fashion trends. Another business to business revenue stream will be a market research for customized fashion product lines. So, where are we now? For the progress view, we would like to emphasize that we did customer and product development. So we communicate with more than 100 people in shops, in malls, in the street and online, and we ask them about the concept and functionality of our product. And we received and we applied their requests. So you can see on the board we have more than 100 builds requested by our users. In December we have a beta launch, and after small beta testing we achieved more than 800 active users, more than 1,000 photos uploaded, and more than 100,000 rated pictures. We continuously get feedback for our users, which we applied in our app to improve our product and to satisfy our users. Today we are proud to say we have a launch, so please free to join us, download our app, and let the world be your fashion advisor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Wemi. Questions? Yes, Marco.
Yeah. Sorry, can you explain in a bit more details where the money is coming from?
Now we are focused on collecting users, and first one, now we are collecting users and make a customer base, which will be our business-to-business revenue stream. But first we will make
so basically our plan is to develop first a customer base, and we will see after that where the product leads us. Our plan is to have research on trends which will be offered to big fashion companies, and we will offer them a platform where they can launch their own pictures of clothes which they plan to include in the next year's collection, and get feedback from the whole system from all the people, by gender, age, and so on, so they can save money before launching a new fashion collection.
They are startup by definition. They don't have a clue. Still, but
okay, we are working for a premium account, which will cost, I think, 90 cents per month. Like I said, which will get better statistics and analytics of load, and probably communication between users. We will interact more and pay us.
Yes?
What about the competition?
What?
The competition?
Our competitions, let's say we have only app which have a solution to get instant solution for a feedback about your clothes. Our competition are Instagram or Facebook, but we are special with our app because we are making sorry. We are okay. Sorry.
There is no direct competition. Basically, the only competition is, let's say, Instagram, but Instagram doesn't offer instant feedback in 60 seconds. That is our unique selling point.
Okay, one last question.
If possible, you showed us from the numbers you showed us, one user on average made 125 feedbacks. Is that a realistic number when you go to like open market?
Let's say there is 98 votes per user in average. 98, almost 100 per user, so people like to vote a lot. Today we launched, and basically the first person on our top list has more than 80 votes. So, but today we launched, so we're expecting more and more votes. So there are a lot of votes for any photo.
Okay, thank you, Team Wemmy. Just to mention quickly, we'll hear a little bit more about Team Wemmy in a few minutes. But before that, and before introducing our next speaker, I would just like to say a few words from the ZIP team side. So first of all, many of you are mentors of the ZIP program. You saw these teams early on when they just started out in the mentor showcase, and you saw them at the progress review. So I think all of you know as well as we here at ZIP how far the teams have come. They have really transformed a lot. They have changed. Their presentation skills are way better. And we have heard a lot about the very concrete steps and progress they have made through the program. So I'd just like everybody to again give all of the teams that survived and finished today a very big hand. Another little welcome. I would like to say that we're all really glad to see many of our teams from the former generations, our alumni members. Both with us here today at Demo Day, and some of them have started to be included also in our mentor network, promoting ZIP at universities, where it's much more interesting to see some of our younger friends come and talk than those of us who are not so young anymore. So it's really good to see the alumni teams, the alumni members from before joining us. A few minutes and a few words from our friends at Crane. As many of you know, ZIP and Crane, the Croatian Business Angel Network, work together very closely. Many Crane members are part of our mentor network, and they have already invested in some of the teams. So Dalibor from Crane, please.
Hi everyone, so I'm the secretary at Crane, and I would like to say hello to you all on behalf of Davor Štetner, president of Crane. He's unfortunately not with us because he's at council at president office. There is natural cooperation between business angels and incubators, because business angels are monitoring the team and see their progress, and it is much easier to them to decide for the investment. Recently we have shared with you our investment at Ultijack, and now Hervé will share another investment. This is the newest investment, not yet published in public. Please, Hervé.
Thank you. Hello everybody, for those who don't know me, my name is Hervé Perpic. I'm actually the first business angel in Croatia. I co-founded Croatian Business Angels Network, and today I would like to announce my new investment in Wemmy, my favorite startup here in ZIP, and I hope that this is going to be my best investment. So, thank you very much.
Thanks, Hervé, and Hervé, congratulations on picking a great team. I have to say, looking at the Wemmy numbers, it looks really good and really solid even before the launch. So, good luck, guys and girls.
Thank you.
Now, just a few words from my side about next steps in ZIP. As some of you may have seen on our website, we announced recently the invitation for the new ZIP generation. The deadline for that application, I believe, is February 28th. So all of you that are thinking about... No, 28th is Sunday. So it's Sunday. 20th. So all of you that are thinking about startups that have already put something together and are interested in joining the ZIP program, or you have friends and colleagues that might be interested, please encourage them to sign up. We usually receive all of the applications 2 to 5 minutes before the deadline, which lasts for weeks. But it's at least a little bit easier for us if you apply at least a couple of days before instead of in the last seconds of the last date. To make our lives more complicated, we are actually going to be running 2 programs in parallel in this spring-summer period. So one of the programs is going to be the standard, let's call it very early stage ZIP program with the workshops and the mentor network. And our other program is, we are calling it our acceleration program. And I'm happy to announce that we are running this program in close partnership with our friends from MStart. This means the program will be a little bit different in the terms that we will be looking for teams that are already a bit more advanced, that already have either beta versions or products on the market, and that we will try to evaluate as being more mature than the typical ones that we take in the early stage program. Also in this partnership, MStart and Agrokor will be investing immediately in each of the teams that we select together, and they will be also working more actively as part of our team, as part of a joint team, to work with the companies that come into this program. They will also be affiliated a little bit more with some of the verticals. More information about that is on our website. But I would like to welcome Mate Krpan, CEO of MStart, to also share with you a little bit more information from MStart and Agrokor.
Thank you for the introduction. First of all, I hope that we will not make your lives more complicated, but a little bit easier with joining this program. Just a few words about MStart. We are part of the Agrokor group. We were founded in 2010 by making a spin-off of IT operations outside of Agrokor. Since then, we are operating not only inside the group, but also outside of the Agrokor group. Mainly, we are working in retail, wholesale, food and beverages production, tourism, e-commerce, agriculture. So we do have quite a big playground. We are proud that basically we are working with ZIP since the beginning, so 2012 or 13. We were one of the sponsors. We were mentors during the program of some teams, and now also we are a partner in our acceleration program. I would like to invite all the teams that have been through the phase of incubation and basically they're ready to go to the market to join us, contact us, get us know, and we will help you to prepare basically your ideas to become products that will be ready for the market. Of course, not only in Agrokor but outside of the group. So thank you very much. We might rename MStart and call it MStartup, but we'll think about that in the next few days. Thank you very much.
So we'll be wrapping up. I want to again thank you for joining us. I'm sure you will join me in wishing all of our teams the best of luck. I want to also thank, of course, all of our other partners, so Styria, Erste Bank, Hubraum, and the whole HT group. The Ministry of Entrepreneurship, which has been supportive, the university that we're working with. So we'll of course continue expanding our partner network and looking for interesting companies and organizations that want to cooperate with us. So I can assure you that you'll be hearing lots of very interesting news and information from ZIP and from Crane, of course, in the period from now until the next demo day, which will be sometime when everybody's already thinking about the coast and the islands.
Workshop on 22nd.
Ah, yes, okay. So on the 22nd we have a Come Meet ZIP workshop. So it's basically an open day.
Tips and tricks.
Startup tips and tricks, yeah. So we'll be sharing some ideas, some information, and some suggestions with everyone that is interested in finding out more about ZIP, about startups in general. And of course, this is on February 22nd, so just about 6 days before the deadline of application to the 2 programs. And that will obviously, for all of those who are interested, be an opportunity to kind of figure out whether this is for them or not, and whether they should apply or not, and all of that stuff. Sasha was not listening.
Many people.
Okay, so maybe we should just once again highlight. So in the acceleration program, each team will be getting an investment of 100,000 kuna upon entering the program, obviously in exchange for a minority equity share in the project. And clearly we will be doing careful evaluations of all the teams that apply. So thank you for reminding me to explain that in a bit more detail. That's it. I'm sure you can hang around here, grab some tea or coffee. I want to thank you all very much again for taking out some your valuable time to visit us, and feel free to mingle and ask questions from everybody here. Thanks again for joining us.